November 29th, 2011. I have remained undisturbed for a while now. No strange activity, no nothing. Not until today. When I woke up, I was feeling horribly sick. My chest was killing me, and I was dialing 911 faster than I was coughing blood all over the phone. But instead, I was greeted by someone else. I heard an extremely deep and intimidating voice on the other line. Here's the transcript as far as I could remember.
Get out, away.
What? Who is this?
Do not forget, messages, secrets everywhere.
Stop messing with me. Who the fuck are you?
Receiver.
It happened quite fast, but I still feel slightly safe. I locked every single door, and I am constantly watching my back. I have to hang in here. December 6th, 2011. I have been recently staying with my friend Chris for the holidays, since I really don't like staying by myself. Until now. Throughout my stay, he was always telling stories of being a hoodlum. Who else would I trust for protection? And we had a good laugh of all the naughty things he's been through. Rumbles, jumping civilians, that kind of stuff. The thing is, about 2 days ago he started acting a bit troubled. He would shudder at the sight of me, and it was getting worse. Until it got to the breaking point. Yesterday I was watching my footage from Kansas on my camera, trying to make something out of it. At the part where the footage distorts after seeing the hooded man, Chris walked in on it. He heard the distortion from the audio. He then ran out of the room crying. He woke me up in the morning that night with some candles set around my room. He says that the power went out, but I was puzzled at why he would notice at 3 a.m. He was breathing heavily, like he just ran from something. Then he told me he needed to have a serious conversation with me. I took my camera, him not knowing it was on. He began telling me a single story, which I had an audio transcript of.
I wanted to tell you something important. Before we have a conversation, I need you to hear me out. Back when I used to live in, I heard stories coming from one of the outfits there. They claimed and bragged over how they could beat anyone in a fight, rob a bank and not get caught, and other stupid exploits. But they told of one man who could beat them at doing anything they could. One of the gang members, who is now in a mental hospital, spoke to me. He told me that he talked to the man. The man called himself the Receiver. I wanted this man dead. I hated him. I told myself that day that the Receiver would die. I turned on the news the next day. A man who robbed a store with no weapons, just his hands. I couldn't get the footage out of my head. Those big ass eyes, the ear piercing sound. I heard this through your camera. I want you to show me in a few hours what you have of him. Thank you.
December 8th, 2011. I can only make this brief as I am on the run. I woke up in Chris's house to figure out he wasn't there. He was gone. I walked around a bit to try to find him, until I reached the bathroom. Blood. Everywhere. There was dried blood, papers, and various coupons scattered on the floor. Though one of them stood out. It was a small, chunky envelope. I picked it up and opened it. I screamed when I saw what was inside. A single sticky note that read a single sentence written in heavy charcoal right.
I see you. Don't look.
I had my camera at the time, noticing it was acting up. I was done. Just when I was about to leave, I saw them. Those eyes that Chris mentioned. The glass window in the bathroom smashed as a hooded figure ran at me. I quickly managed to swing my camera and stun him, and run out of the house with him short on my tail. There was also a flash drive sitting in the envelope. I will post my findings shortly. December 10th, 2011. I have found some shocking evidence. I looked through the USB and found an audio file titled Chris.wav. It sounds like It matches to some video. It starts off with a deep rumble of someone driving. After about 30 seconds, you hear Chris talking to someone. I don't know. I could assume it was in a car. Chris says,
Do you know where it is?
Then with a voice of what sounds like a young man replies, Yeah, it's over here. The rumbling goes on for about another minute. Then Chris exclaims,
I see it.
The young man then replies, Gonna hit that son of a bitch. A loud sound is audible after about 5 seconds of what sounds like something getting hit by a car. Car doors can be heard, followed by lots of audio distortion. Chris then says,
He's stuck under the car. We're shooting him before he gets up.
The voice replies with a yell.
I'm moving.
The sound is then followed by camera distortion and static. It then cuts to Chris's voice yelling,
Holy shit, it fucking stabbed me. Shit, run!
Distortion starts fading into the soundtrack, until to a point where you can hear the other man screaming. The rest of the file is just static. December 18th, 2011. I just received an email from what looks like Chris.
It found me. I was on the run. Don't let it... just leave it for now. Second line. His strangled lens. Catch up on you.
After what happened in his house, I don't believe it's just some kind of joke. But at the same time, I don't quite know what it means. Hopefully future encounters can lead me to some more findings. January 2nd, 2012. I haven't updated in a while since I was on a vacation to Mexico, but right when I came back I found something disturbing. Since I haven't checked my mail, it accumulated over time. I opened each package I received successfully, of course. One package really stood out. It was a simple gray envelope containing a flash drive with a silver marker on it. It read 23. When I checked the sent address, I discovered something. It was from my former hotel room, back in Kansas. Unknown date. The trip has been a long one. I can only go on foot. I am pretty much broke, and some idiot wrecked my car. The only money I have been used for cheap-ass taxis which smelled like rotten flesh dipped in cat perspiration. I am almost to the room. I have indeed been contacting my friends to let me stay at their place too, so I could spend as much time as I need. My phone died when I neared the hotel. It was just buzzing. When I visited the nearest phone store, the email had no text, but a single picture file. It was a distorted image of some battery. I'm going to head back to the room soon to see if I can confront anyone there.